moment I understood the weakness of my flesh, it disgusted me. I craved the strength and certainty of steel. I aspired to the purity of the blessed machine. Your kind cling to your flesh, as if it will not decay and fail you. One day the crude biomass that you call the temple will wither, and you will beg my kind to save you. But I am already saved. For the machine is immortal. Even in death, I serve the Omnissiah.
All right. Warhammer Mechanicus. I'm sorry, Warhammer 40,000 Mechanicus. And if that didn't sound like an absurd enough name, the collector's edition is called the Omnissiah edition. They lean in full way. All right. No one can accuse Warhammer of not having enough games. That's definitely not something we have to worry about. The 41st millennium, a time of darkness and war, as if there are any other. The Imperium of man claims the whole galaxy in the name of the God Emperor. It fights an endless war against Xenos from without, heretics from within, and supernatural horrors from beyond. Alongside the Imperium's war fleets serve the Adeptus Mechanicus. And no, I don't know what those words mean. And a Warhammer insider I am not. They are the tech priests of Mars, guardians and reclaimers of humanity's technology, ever searching for remnants of knowledge from man's glorious past, exploring the depths of the galaxy for worlds long lost to mankind. In the name of their machine god, they manufacture the Imperial war machines within gigantic foundries known as Forge Worlds. Gradually, the tech priests of the Adeptus Mechanicus, or Mechanic, no, I was right the first time, shed their human weaknesses, replacing their limbs and organs with machinery that is both stronger and spiritually pure. Their leaders, the inscrutable Magi, protect the Forge Worlds and explore the furthest corners of the galaxy with their cohorts of Skitarii troops. I don't think I absorbed any of that. There's so much jargon. I took it that there's a whole world that is a forge, like an Avengers Infinity War with Thor. It is a time of warfare, tragedy, and portents of doom across this benighted galaxy. The Adeptus Mechanicus are one of mankind's last defenses against a new dark age, or perhaps they will be the ones to hasten its dawn. An echo in the Noon Sphere, Magos. An old transmission lost in the warp and recovered only now. Is it worthy of our attention? The Great Divide torments the galaxy. The resources of the Adeptus Mechanicus are stretched thin. We are weaker than ever. Though the Imperium at large knows it not, this represents an unknown, but possible key to victory. An opportunity to research, perhaps avert the ill fate that has befallen us. The transmission's origin is Silva Tenebris, part of the Amicis Solaris, within Ultima Segmentum. Search the rolls, Redditus. Gather them. Your name's Reddit. 4 months later. Alright, on top of all the jargon we're time skipping. This is a lot. This is a lot to just jump into. They're just saying words. Whoever finds this transmission and follows me there, give thanks that you will see what I have seen. But be wary, my fellow seekers of knowledge. Whatever lies beneath this world, I fear, I hope, I have woken it. I came to this world to investigate its ruins, but I found so much more. Tremors, yes. Threats to body and soul. But by the Omnissiah, I found such wonders. This is the last transmission of Magos Dominus. He vanished while on an explorator? Yeah, mission to investigate Xenos structures on Silva Tenebris. I played a game called Warhammer Xenos on this channel. Hypothesis, he found something. Our mission on this world is to ascertain any Xenos presence, and if we find it, eliminate it as a threat to the Imperium. The opening of the Great Divide means we can call on no additional support from the Forge Worlds. We must achieve this with the troops and resources we bring with us. Benefit analysis. Peace for sector. Knowledge for mankind. Potential opportunity. An opportunity to destroy the works of the Xenos. Scaevola. Not appropriate term. The Miscreant Manuscripts, verse 619. What the enemy built, let it be made asunder. For to us it will be as a house of sand and knives. Magi, we are approaching the target coordinates. None of those are good pop-ups. Oh, there it goes. And those are all bad things. Silva Tenebris. Coordinates, lots of numbers. They said we have to make do with whatever we brought with us. So is it going to be like an endurance campaign with permadeath or something? It occurs to me I don't actually know what the genre is this time, because you can't make assumptions about what genre a Warhammer game is going to be. From Dawn of War to Space Marine to Eisenhorn Xenos, each game's whatever it feels like being. Although a lot of them are RTSs. There she is. Temperate climate. Atmosphere. Standard. Breathable. My Skitarii troops should be able to operate down there without trouble. Are they ready to make landfall? As soon as we're in a stable orbit, Magos. Administratum records indicate a single colony, St. Eckert's Hope, on the surface near the Xenos ruins. No contact recorded in 2 centuries. Colony presumed failed. The Skitarii will deploy to the surface near the ruins, along with a team of tech priests under my direct command. I shall monitor them from the command throne on board. Servo Skull Redditus will serve as my eyes on the surface. We make landfall at once. Yes, Magos. I'll set up a forward command post. Racex transmission looks like it came from underground. We'll secure any entrances to an underground structure so your tech priests can begin the exploration. Oh. Agrolek sector located? This tomb reeks of stale, dusty antiquity. Its once stern architecture is littered with debris and tarnished with the patina of age. Here and there, fissures in the structure cast feeble light over cracked and tarnished metal. The tomb was once brutalist and oppressive, as if designed to crush the spirits of its inhabitants. It is no less intimidating now. But instead of evoking a merciless guiding intelligence, it speaks only of decline and death. This place seems abandoned at first glance, but as the exploratory troops move through its hushed corridors, the ancient dust stirs and something long dead begins to take on a facsimile of life. Going by our fragmentary information, it looks like a buried tomb structure. Then the sword of the Omnissiah is ready to fall. We deploy immediately. Let secrets of this world equal 0. I counsel caution. Magos Faustinius. Our purpose should be here to destroy the threat of the alien, not to bask in its blasphemy. Aphorisms of the Logic Saints, 791. In the presence of the Xenos lies the invisible miasma of corruption. Destruction is not possible from orbit, Videx. The structure is too deeply buried. And Scaevola, I have no intention of plundering whatever trinkets I can find from this place. Cool, we're just gonna crush all the cool history and knowledge and not look at any of it. I like these people so much. What is this camera? The exploratory unit of tech priests is inside the tomb and ready to proceed, Magos. There's no telling what we will find. My men will hold the perimeter in case of the unexpected. It would be folly to commit our whole manpower to the unknown, especially when the potential of a morale threat exists that the Skitarii are less able to withstand. Oh, so this is a command. That's how I click on each level as I tell them how to get to each mission via this. This is a map screen. This isn't the game. Okay. I have the greatest respect for my Skitarii, but they are still far from the ascension that a tech priest affords. I agree, Subdomia. I shall lead the mission in person from the command throne. Servo Scoloreditus shall be my eyes and ears on the ground. Omnissiah will be praised. We're going in. I shall lead the mission in person from the command throne. When people say in person, they usually mean they're going to be there, not remote. The Adeptus Mechanicus are a curious breed. They explore and interact with machines they do not fully understand. But in this tutorial, you'll have to explore the interface to discover what to do. Like a true tech priest, you must experiment in order to learn. We'll help you out this time. Left mouse button, click on the adjacent room to move. Click. This is my series apprentice here. Oh. Oops. I tried to click to drag to move and it skipped the dialogue. They are my undoers, Necrons, mysterious, ill-researched, corruptive. This could be a rare sample of the Necron language, Magos. We have barely any knowledge of it. Collecting data from this obelisk could move our understanding of the language ahead for the first time in centuries. This is a work of the alien Magos, Codex Fulminatus 8312. Show caution and scorn in all things. These people suck. Sometimes tech priests will feedback important information about what they encounter in a room. These situations will require you, our commander, to make decisions. There will be consequences, so choose wisely. Oh, is this the game? Is this camera angle the game? So we don't see what the locations look like. Is that because we're trying to avoid the taking in the visuals and the blasphemy? Ahead is an obelisk-like object covered in what can only be described as a hieroglyphic symbols. It almost reaches the tall ceiling of the chamber. So you can secure it, check for dangers. Destroy the obelisk is a monument to the alien that must fall, or scrutinize. Take a look at the inscriptions. What happens if I secure it? Do I still get to do the other ones? Let's take a look at the language and piss off the guy that sucks. We're detecting a massive energy spike from inside the tomb. Something's happening in there, something huge. What are you? Look at this guy. An Oaklith source detected, also known as Blackstone. Request collection immediate. Oh, 150. I have 150 Blackstone. As one of the tech priests kneels to get a closer look at the obelisk, it seems to react to the cohort's presence. The obelisk splits open and a powerful, painful wave of exotic energy spills out. Inside are clustered formations of a rare-looking material, not metal. And now I can drag around, just not when dialogue happens. So I got Apprentice Jeremiah, Magos Dominus, and then a bunch of generic servitors. There's a clear gap in power, going by the numbers here. Initiative advantage. Okay. There's a lot going on in this interface. Canticles. Yeah, I think this is more or less the game, is this screen. Maybe when I get to the locations, like battles play out, that are some kind, like a different screen where you do turn-based battles, or maybe it'll take me to an XCOM-looking combat screen. Necrons. Resek did encounter them after all. No wonder he didn't make it off this planet. Every datum we have says that they're as deadly as they are inhuman. The cohort encounters resistance in the form of Xenos constructs, not flesh and blood creatures, but artificial bodies that move with precision and coordination. We use caution. Do not charge into heedlessly, lest the trickery of the alien be our downfall. Or consistency. Follow the established combat engagement protocols. It shall be done by the book. Or crusade. The aggressive stance of the tech priest ensures they will not be outmaneuvered, but risks their running headlong into the fire of the enemy. So you want to be cautious, standard, or hyper aggressive, basically. Huh. Get him. Ooh, what's gonna happen here? Whoa. That was a visual. Ah. Xenos form detected. Confirmed. Redditus cognators now function for synthetic forms. Ah. Overwhelming excitement. Finally, we can study this Necron warrior. Weak spots detected. None. Concerning. I wonder what the symbols emblazoned into their torsos. It must. Do not underestimate Gauss weaponry. Highly volatile. That is true. I've heard our brothers and sisters in the Mechanicus have lost their lives trying to solve the mysteries of these Xenos weapons. Approach with caution. Whoopsie. Already clicked on the not caution button. It is also, double-checking cognitors, widely known that they will self-repair, reanimate, reconstruct themselves if left time to do so. Wounds that would instantly kill a Skitari are the equivalent of a Class C graze to Necrons. Okay, kill all enemies. This is the battle arena view. Using the power of the new sphere, the Tech Priest data network, you'll control over your cohort of deadly Adeptus Mechanicus units while you sit safely in orbit on the Adeptus Mechanicus. At the start of every fight, you must decide the location of your units on the field of battle. You can only place units on the selected squares. Click on a square to place a unit. I'm choosing where the units go. Let's see. So bad guy there, just the two of them. What's that? This is a view. Are those guys always in battle already or something? Is cover a thing in this game? I don't actually... Going at it, don't know the mechanics necessarily. Oh, no, I don't... It's just those two. So those other guys in my roster aren't characters I can use, apparently? Huh. I could position them to deal with this guy first, perhaps. I need to figure out what these guys are and what they do. So you have the macro stubber. Single target ranged attack, 2 to 4 damage, 10% crit chance, range is 8 meters. I'm guessing a square is a meter in this game. Servo Skull. Collect 1 cognition point, reveals an enemy statistics. And you have a melee attack. And also this attack. 6 to 8 ranged damage. And it reveals the enemy stats. It uses no cognition points. Cognition points must be... yeah, these are probably cognition points right here. Because you use Servo Skull to regenerate them, which seems like almost like a waiting move. So you have no melee weapon, and you have a 2 to 4 damage weapon and no other weapons. This guy has a melee weapon, and he has this seemingly stronger other weapon, which 18... that's 18 foot... This guy has an 8 meter attack. You have a 15 meter attack that does more damage. Different element, I guess. It's lightning. Does that behave noticeably different? Just curious why this one seems so much stronger than the other one. Oh well. So you have the melee attack. Let's put you closer to the actual, more direct path a little bit. Doesn't really matter. Move unit, left click. Click within the, yeah. Pretty standard. +1 cognition? Do you get +1 cognition just for walking by these, basically, I wonder? That's interesting. How much health do they have? I'm not sure. Let's just try running forward. See how the running past the cognition works. We can't switch to that. I can do an attack, but wait. Yeah, I was gonna say that doesn't seem like it'd be able to hit anybody. Yeah, I can't hit anybody with that attack. That doesn't really help me. So I get cognition just for entering the range of that, but that doesn't help me deal with the enemy. I could charge forward, then use that to get more cognition. This is your servo skull. The skull of a faithful servant of the Omnissiah, augmented to be a useful companion. Every tech priest has their own servo skull. Servo skulls are highly helpful in combat and cognition point collection. Select an enemy to find out its battle statistics. Validate. Alright, so tell me. You only have 4 hit points and 1 lightning defense shield. You've revealed the stats of this enemy. Knowing your enemy's stats will greatly increase your chances of success. Okay, so maybe the lightning bolt... maybe the lightning bolt thing that does a bunch of damage only affects that meter. Like how much of that stat they have. Oh yeah, everybody has... huh. I don't know, it could be that they have 1 extra hit point of that element. Or it might be that that's -1 damage from that type of element every time you hit them or something. Because my characters have 1 lightning and 1 blast or whatever, which are the 2 elements that my attacks have. That's interesting. We'll see. Several skills reveal hit points, physical armor, and energy armor statistics. You then decide what weapon types, physical or energy, work best against. You then decide what weapon types, physical or energy, work best against this target. That seemed phrased slightly oddly, but oh well. So we use that. But I can still do my turn, interestingly. That collected a cognition point, right? I'm trying to find like where the cognition points are. Are those them or not? Let's just go ahead and move. You've just moved your tech priest to a source of cognition points. Represent the value information the tech priests are harvesting. Okay. There are several ways to collect CP. The fastest way is moving your tech priest close to a source of CP. There are many other ways to get CP, so look around. CP are stored at the bottom of the screen. CP are a shared team resource, so plan ahead. I must have misclicked because I thought I already told him to move, but then it seemed like I didn't tell him to move yet or something. It didn't actually move. So you need 2 CP to use this weapon. And I only have 1. So that's the limit. Otherwise I'm stuck with the melee weapon. And this character has kind of limited ability to move then. You're just about to move using Cognition movement. This happens when you move within the orange movement outline. Confirming the movement will use CP, allowing your tech priest to move faster. Okay. So since I have CP, I can move further. It doesn't mention CP on this axe, so can I still use it? Let's see if I can get a melee attack off. When you enter melee combat in adjacent squares to an enemy, you're unable to use your ranged weapons, as they're too dangerous to use at close range. So, axe? Hey, I got to use it. I was not sure how that was going to play out. So I ended up defeating it. Killing Necrons isn't simple. Necrons are made of a self-repairing metal that is able to knit together dismembered limbs and gaping wounds. We call this the reanimation protocol. When a Necron is in their reanimation protocol, they're unable to fight, but will return to fighting conditions soon. Dealing any amount of damage to a Necron in this protocol state will destroy them indefinitely. So I need to attack it again next turn, basically. Seems like the way to go. Oh, I got more cognition from defeating him, so I can actually move around even more. So you can just keep getting more cognition and keep moving. The issue being that I can't, while I could do that, I can't attack that guy until next turn, even if I reach him. Kind of curious whether this guy could just reach that on his own. Huh. I guess we'll see. I'm gonna stay here so I can take him out next turn, I think. So he has 3 turns till he gets up again. Ooh, this game's big on the chromatic operation. So this will give me 1 cognition. And this will give me 1 cognition. And it lets me close the gap to be in attack range. Then we can collect a cognition point. This doesn't seem to cost me anything, right? I just use it? Yeah. Two to 4 damage plus 1. Decent chance of success, right? As long as I don't... Oh, 1 to 3. So it's 1 to 3 damage because he has 1 armor. I'm guessing is how this works. So it's... Oh, crit. Didn't matter. You've killed a Necron unit using a critical hit. When you critically kill a Necron, they're unable to activate the reanimation protocols and are just instantly teleported from battle. A teleport? Okay. No remaining threat. All Xenos life forms purged. Your cohort's HP amount carries over from each fight within a mission. Keep this in mind when exploring a tomb, and look out for opportunities to repair. I don't know when those guys join fights or not, because they're all listed here. Do they just do? Maybe they only perform tasks on this screen and not in the combat screen or something? Alright, well that's a nice little summary of this game. So this is Warhammer 40k Mechanicus. It seems to be dense with the lore, but yeah, it looks like we're gonna navigate across this screen and make a bunch of decisions throughout the dungeon, little Darkest Dungeon style, for example, and then you get into these turn-based top-down fights with this unusual cognition system, and see where things go from there. Thanks for watching like always, guys. If you want to check out this game, there's a link to the Steam page in the description. Thanks to the developers for sending me the code so I can do this video. And I'll see you guys next time.